Good morning and welcome to Roosevelt Middle School. We are so happy you are here. My name is Bianca.
And I'm Elsie.
This is your morning news team coming to you live from the Armrest Newsroom. Here's what you need to know for today.
Today is Tuesday, November 11th, and it's a digital day 1 on your schedule.
There's a GSA meeting in room 192 after school today. GSA is a safe place where everyone belongs. If you have any questions, see Miss Bush or Miss Alger, arrange a ride or plan to take your activity bus at 5 p.m.
We still have some spots available for ski, snowboard, club. We will be going to Wild Mountain 3 times and Troll Hopping twice this year. Make sure you stop by the Community Ed office for more information.
Happy Veterans Day, Roosevelt Royals. Today, November 11th, is a very important day in our country.
Veterans Day is the day we honor all brave men and women who have served in the U.S. Armed Forces, both past and present. They are people who have made sacrifices and to protect our freedom and keep our country safe.
It is a day to pause and say a huge thank you to these incredible heroes for their service to our nation.
And we still have some heroes right here in our building. Stick around until the end of our newscast today. We will be featuring a special segment with 3 Roosevelt Middle School staff members who are veterans. You'll get to hear about their time in their service. The video is also available in today's Royal Rally slides.
Let's show our appreciation for all our veterans today.
Today's weather forecast is partly sunny with a high of 49 and a low of 29.
Today's lunch menu in the main line is orange chicken with steamed rice or mozzarella pizza breadstick. Thank you and stay tuned for our Veterans Day video. My name is Bianca.
And I'm Elsie. We are interviewing staff members for the Veterans Day.
Can you please tell us your name and what you do here at Roosevelt?
Mr. Barish, and I am the 7th grade and 8th grade tech ed teacher.
What branch of the military did you serve?
I served in the Marine Corps Reserves.
What was your typical day like in the service?
We'd show up for formation early in the morning, then we'd do some physical training, so either running or working out, and maybe some obstacle courses if we had the time and the ability. Then we'd go shower and change, get ready and do some meetings and things like that. And then working with some of the gear and stuff that we had to do lunch provided by the Marines, and then we would do some more work in the afternoon, usually some more meetings and trainings, and then be done by 4 or 5 in the afternoon on a normal day.
Before you joined, what was your job or task that you never thought you'd be doing in the military but ended up doing a lot?
I ended up being a radio operator, driving a truck with a radio in it, but my original job going in was being a truck driver, so I got to drive the truck with the radio in it. So,
if you could give one piece of advice to your younger self on the day you joined the military, what would it be?
You can make it through boot camp, obviously, because I was in, and then to enjoy every second of it because it goes really fast.
Thank you so much for sharing your stories with our news team.
We really appreciate your time.
Thank
you for your service.
Thank you for seeing it.
Hi, my name is Ratia with another Veterans Day interviewing. Can you please tell us your name and what you do here at Roosevelt?
Hi, my name is Candace Johnson, and I am a secondary para at Roosevelt, or Mrs. Johnson to students.
Okay, so what branch of the military did you serve?
I was in the Army, mostly Army Reserve, and I served as a medic.
Oh, that sounds interesting. What was your typical day like in serving?
So when I was called up to serve during Desert Storm, I worked in the emergency room at San Antonio Brooke Army Medical Center, and we worked 12-hour shifts. So my typical day was getting up about 6, get to the hospital by 7. We'd be seeing patients all day. We do IVs, we draw blood, we do lots of labs, set broken bones, do lots of different things, deal with people having heart attacks and car crashes. I liked it because it was something different every day.
Yeah, it seemed like you had a busy day.
It was fun.
Okay, so what was in PACE training you do?
Oh, my basic training I did out at Fort Dix, New Jersey. Not sure that actually exists anymore, but it was fun for me. I was young and I was in shape, so it wasn't hard, and I was already active. The hardest thing for me was getting up early and exercising because we'd get up at like 3:30 and running distance was not my thing. So that was the hardest thing for me. Everything else was great.
Okay. How long did you serve, and what would you do it again? Like, what
Would I do it again?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. I loved it. And I served for 6.5 years.
Okay.
And
Really appreciate your time, and thank you so much for your service.
thank you.
Welcome back, Roosevelt. We have another interview for Veterans Day.
Can you please tell us your name and what you do here at Roosevelt?
I'm Mr. Rowe, and I'm a math teacher, English language arts teacher, and I also teach a couple other classes.
What branch of the military did you serve?
I was in the United States Army, I was in the regular Army, I was also in the National Guard for Minnesota, and I was also in the U.S. Reserves Army.
What was your typical day like in the service?
When I was on active duty, a typical day would normally involve me coming in about 5:30 in the morning. We're doing our physical training. So whether when I was promoted and I was a sergeant, I would run the training, and we're running out doing push-ups, sit-ups, doing big group runs where you've seen the things where people are chanting cadences and singing songs. We do that, then we go. We get about an hour break to go get breakfast, to go get cleaned up. Then we start our normal work day, where normally, since I was on tanks, what I would do is we'd go out to the tanks, check on them, see how they're doing, and figure out our training for the day. A lot of times we were going out to the field, which means going out into the woods and the fields and stuff and shooting the tanks, practicing driving the tanks, and practicing all the normal stuff that we would do.
What was the coolest place that your military ever took you, and what did you see that you can't see here in Blaine?
So one of the most interesting ones I had is I was deployed to Bosnia right as the war was winding down. And one of the most interesting things about that was just seeing different cultures, being in Europe, going all over the countries. When I got a break for 3 days, I was able to go to Budapest, Hungary, and see some amazing history. And I remember specifically one incident, I was eating breakfast in the bottom of a castle, and it was just something you would never do here. And you know, you're in these buildings and you're seeing all these things that are older than our country. And it was very interesting.
What advice would you give a middle school student interested in serving in their country?
I would say one of the biggest things to look at first is to see what your goals are. The military is very good about giving you a structure so that you can learn skills to be an adult and do all sorts of fun and interesting things. But if you don't really go in there with a plan of what you're interested in doing, they'll just put you in something. You know, it would be like showing up to school, and if you don't have any idea what classes you're going to take, someone just walking up going, okay, you're going to be in English and you're going to do that for the next 3 years, right?
Thank you so much for your stories, sharing your stories with our news team.
We really appreciate your time, and thank you for your service.
Thank you.